Friends, good evening. My name is Dr. Priyaranjan Trivedi. I am speaking from New Delhi, India. Friends, most of us are aware, and you are aware, that today is the World Students' Day, the day dedicated to the students. This day is observed in the honor and memory of the 11th President of India, Dr. P J Abdul Kalam, who was a world-renowned scientist. He was head of the guided missile program of our country in India. He was also the advisor to the government of India on defense issues. He has been the 11th President of India. So friends, from 2001 to 2000, say, for another 5 years, he was president, and after that, till he was alive, he was always touring all over India, in particular, all over the world in general, to also lecture before the students in different universities throughout the year, to ensure that students must have a vision. How can they have a particular vision, a milestone of success, so that they could work in that direction? It's not that he was only responsible for Indian students. He wanted that entire Asia, Africa, for that Europe and say Oceania, Australia, or South America or North America, everywhere, there has to be an optimum development of students and their entire knowledge system. He was talking of knowledge management. Students are having knowledge, but it has to be moved in the right direction. It has to be managed in the right direction. Students have to be trained in the right way, in a sustainable way, so that they are more useful for the society. We are glad that in India there has been a new education policy announced 2 years ago. In every country, the educational policies are modified and announced from time to time. The present educational policy is in the light of all the problems and for having different solutions of the contemporary issues. In the new education policy, we have also seen that the idea is to make the students more humane, not machine, so that they could serve the society in a better manner. They have to know about the nature, environment, and disaster management, also even honesty, ethical values, peace, mercy, tolerance. Besides, there are specialized subjects like the subjects they have studied, maybe art, science, or commerce, or management, or law, agriculture, or biotechnology, or ecology, environment, disaster management, sustainable development, peace studies, conflict resolution, intellectual property rights, or human rights, or biology, applied biology, or journalism and mass communication, nanotechnology, anything. In that case, all subjects are equal, and India and the world has to have an optimum development by really optimizing the available resources, by also transferring the appropriate technology from one country to the other, so that there is a balanced growth on this planet. That way, his contribution is great, and it is also observed that he was also wanting to ensure that students excelling in their particular area should also concentrate on the fact that there should be more number of job givers than job seekers in our country and in the world. Because if one person is becoming an entrepreneur, that person can provide 20, 30, 100, 200, 5,000 jobs through that organization one is creating. But if one is trying to seek a job, then one can get only one job and one can serve singly only. Even their family members cannot work because they may not be allowed to work because the company is owned by some other person. That way, the concept that the problem of unemployment goes away, he was advocating that entrepreneurial development is a must, and that must be done in a scientific way. So it is in fitness of things that we remember him today. Today is the 91st birth anniversary of the 11th President of India, Dr. P J Abdul Kalam. He was from Tamil Nadu, a state in India, and in particular he was from Rameswaram district. We know that Rameswaram is a very, very religious place according to Hindu religion, and there is a place there known as Dhanuskoti. Everybody knows about Dhanuskoti. He was from Dhanuskoti village on the seashore, Indian Ocean. So from there, Sri Lanka is not far. It is that route where Lord Ramchandra, Bhagwan Ramchandra, had moved with the Vanar Sena and Hanumanji to bring back his wife Sita Maiya, and also by fighting with Ravana, who was ruling in Sri Lanka. So that was the route. The air distance may be about, say, 7-8 kilometers maximum. So friends, today we remember the contribution of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and let us pledge that the students will be guided and counseled, and they will be able to really manage the global affairs very soon. That is why the training, in a way that the problem of peacelessness, which is coming because of unemployment among youth, goes away at the earliest. The pollution of mind, or pollution of air, water, noise everywhere is also tackled by using the appropriate technology of depolluting the environment, the industrial environment, social environment, and the environment of the factories in sugar, chemical, leather, petrochemical, pharmaceutical, steel, mining. All types of industrial environment is depolluted without any delay. That was his idea. About the family planning also, he was of the view that we must have a family planning system which should be better developed, and the communication media through which we try to provide counseling to the people and the families. He wanted some sort of improvement, viewing the religious views. In India, we have many religions like Hinduism, Sikhism, or Islam, or Christianity, or Jainism. So many religions are there, and according to the religious values, the counseling has to be done so that it doesn't interfere with their religious views. No religion says that you have more and more children. So thinking that the communication system must be developed in the light of the recommendations of the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA. It was earlier known as United Nations Fund for Population Activities, which has been made short United Nations Population Fund. They are always providing guidance to the populous countries. India, China, again having more population, and a time will come when India will surpass China. But there are countries where population is shrinking. So we have to take a lesson. Canada, Australia, New Zealand, many countries, they have decreasing population. So in those countries, our entrepreneurs can go there and do the contribution in the area of farming, because there is plenty of land, and Indian farmers who are young, they can always go and transfer the technology and take the workers there, so that the productivity goes high. Everywhere in the world, we have to see that the food grains are in enough quantity so that there is nobody who is hungry. Even in many countries, we are finding that many people do not have the food for all the 2 or 3 or 4 times. That is very sad news, that in this 21st century, in the 3rd millennium, we are having the system of poverty that must be eradicated immediately. Illiteracy must be eradicated immediately, and we have to also ensure that the insurgency problem, the peacelessness problem must go away. It is possible only by providing right counseling to students, and if they are employable, if they are employed either in the form of entrepreneurship or even working under someone will help them to really forget about peacelessness. They are unemployable and they are unemployed. In both categories, there is a chance that they go for any insurgency activities because there are agencies which are providing guidance to become insurgents. That has to be stopped. It will kill the world. Wherever you go, you find that in countries there is infighting, or among two countries there are fights. There is no need to give an example, India, China, India, Pakistan, even Ukraine and Russia. In the Middle East, almost every country is fighting. So, then there is a problem. In Europe also there is a problem. In South America there is a problem. So, there is a need to really change the minds. We have to have the attitudinal and behavioral change among the people so that a time comes when there are no worries, no miseries, and there is a greener and cleaner environment, and that everybody on this planet Earth gets fully satisfied to throw themselves into a new environment with full of zeal and enthusiasm, so that the world citizenry could use their knowledge, the world governments could use their knowledge to the fullest extent of their abilities. May peace prevail on this Mother Earth, and let us pay respect to the 11th President of India, Dr. P J Abdul Kalam, on the auspicious occasion of the World Students' Day. Thank you.